Hey guys, in this video I want to make a comparison and a camera test between the Galaxy S7 Edge versus the Huawei Mate 8. So both phones are the flagship phones. Of course, if you know about Huawei Mate 8, this is the 2016 flagship phone from Huawei that is here to challenge the S7 Edge. And let's just start this comparison off quickly, starting off from the build quality. So of course you're paying a lot of money. For that money you are getting amazing build quality in both phones, no doubt about that. So personally, the Mate 8 is just like a big block of aluminum, okay? It is premium, okay? So don't get me wrong, but as far as being attractive and being sexy is concerned, you know, the S7 Edge takes the lead with that. So you can see it has shiny glass on the back, and as you can probably tell by looking at the fingerprints on the back, so it can get a little bit dirty, but to be honest, it's a little bit more attractive. But again, it's your personal preference. Both phones are premium. This one is has full aluminum, full metallic side, so no gloss and no fingerprints, you know. So also, if we compare them like this in terms of size, well, you can notice that Mate 8 is a huge phone. It has a 6-inch display versus a 5.5-inch display of the Galaxy S7 Edge. So we get a big body with this phone, while the S7 Edge, even though it's 5.5 inch, it still feels very nice in hand due to this, due to how well they have made this phone. By first of all, it has a really awesome screen to body ratio, and second of all, it has this edge at the bottom, you know, similar to the Note 5. So it feels really good in hand, fits really nicely in hand. So you can see if I compare them right like this, S7 Edge definitely feels like a kid, you know, compared to the Mate 8. So if we take a quick look at the display, so of course the Mate 8 is being a full flagship daddy, you know. You can see the display is also very big, and with 6-inch display, Huawei decided to put a 1080p panel on it. So this is 1080p HD display. This is Quad HD, so you get more pixels, more high resolution display quality on the S7 Edge, but it's smaller compared to the Huawei Mate 8. And again, this is a curved display, so you get more better look, you know, more better options to interact with your phone. This curved display brings in more options like, you know, this. So I mean, certainly this phone is bringing like a little bit more innovation compared to Huawei, which is like a 6-inch display. I mean, I don't have problem using a 6-inch device, but most of people will face problems because it is a big phone, and especially with this phone here is that if you put this phone in your pocket, it's gonna feel weird, okay? So I mean, I wish they should have done like if had like a 5.7-inch display max on this phone, but yeah, 6-inch is way bigger. So yeah, that's that. So 6-inch 1080p versus 5.5-inch Quad HD here. Also, in terms of software wise, you can notice that both are running Android and have their different skins. Now with the Huawei phone, you get these home screens, no app drawer, so it's like a little bit more easier to use. Some people really like this UI that they have. They also, you know, try to bring in some features like Apple's control center from the lock screen, you can see here. So some nice tweaks here we have with the Huawei phone. And compared to the S7 Edge, again, we have some tweaks with the Samsung phone. Also, with this is Samsung's TouchWiz UI, traditional, and it is no matter how many Galaxy S phones will come, even with the S9, the TouchWiz will remain the same, and you know, it will be similar to the previous version. So yeah, it can be a little bit of tricky compared to the Huawei's UI, which, like I said before, it is more of a user-friendly UI because there's no app drawer. So I mean, it's just personal preference, whatever UI you like. Both are Android, both having Android Marshmallow version. If I go quickly into the settings and scroll down to About Phone section, you can see this is Android 6.0 version on the on the Mate 8, while on the Galaxy S7 Edge we get a little bit newer version, which is Android 6.0.1. So I believe there's not a major difference between 6.0.1 and 6.0. And as always, if you don't like the UIs, you can use launchers to, you know, customize your experience and all that. Also, if we take a look at the fingerprint sensor of both phones, of course, with the Mate 8, you have the fingerprint sensor on the back, so it works like this. And with the Galaxy S7 Edge, you have the fingerprint sensor built into the home button. So yeah, a little bit different interaction, but they both are extremely fast. If you talk about the processor, the Mate 8 comes with a Kirin 950 octa-core chipset, while the Galaxy S7 Edge comes with the Exynos 8890 octa-core chipset. So in terms of benchmarks, both looks very similar to me. I mean, of course, benchmarks are not what the real life performance is, and real life performance wise, both are really awesome. But still, the multitasking king is the Mate 8. If you have watched my speed test video, you probably know what I'm talking about. So you can watch my speed test video. I'm going to be putting the link down below in the description box for that. So verdict of the test is that both phones are pretty much fast. You know, there's like slight differences in terms of apps opening and web page loading, but overall multitasking king is the Mate 8. If we take a look at the Mate 8's free RAM, you can see it says 2.24 gigabyte of RAM is free on this phone. Well, compare it to the Galaxy S7 Edge. If I just quickly go into the Smart Manager application we have, if I go into RAM and if I just close everything in the background, you can see with the Galaxy S7 Edge there is almost 1.5 gigabyte RAM free. So despite having 4 gigs of RAM, you don't really get that much RAM. But compared to the Mate 8, you get much more RAM, 2.24, which definitely provides more of a better and heavy multitasking experience compared to the S7 Edge. Now, in terms of the battery life on both phones, the Mate 8 has an upper hand, and I mean very upper hand compared to the S7 Edge. I mean, S7 Edge is a great phone, Samsung's best phone, up to date as as far as the battery life is concerned. But still, compared to the mighty Mate 8, the Mate 8 comes with a 4,000 milliamp hours of battery, which will ensure you to give 2 days plus usage from medium to high end. So I personally felt like this phone is amazing in terms of battery life, but I can't really use it again as my main phone because it's gonna be weird because like I said, in terms of size wise. So but overall the battery life, I should say this phone better. While compared to the S7 Edge, which should be able to give you around like 2 days of usage, but still if you use it for like a little bit of high end, like if you do a little bit of gaming also, then might not survive up to 2 days. But for the Mate 8, the 4,000 mAh battery ensures that you'll get 2 days of solid usage without any problem. So if we move towards the camera, the Mate 8 comes with a 16 megapixel sensor size versus the 12 megapixel sensor of the Galaxy S7 Edge. So in terms of the overall picture quality of these sensors, you're not gonna see like a major difference, apart from some color differences outdoor. But if you talk about the indoor quality, the Galaxy S7 just completely crushes any other phone on the market, and it produces really great results when it comes to low light shots, and they have increased the aperture size to f1.7, which is amazing. And also, if you talk about the front camera, the Mate 8 has an 8 megapixel front camera versus the Galaxy S7's which is S7 Edge, which is 5 megapixel. Again, the front camera sensor aperture size is again f1.7 on the Galaxy S7, so we get much better selfies, and especially in terms of low light compared to the Mate 8. I also recorded a video side by side. We'll just take a look at that. And before showing you the video footage, I just wanted to tell you that the Mate 8 cannot record up to 4K, so you have only option up to 1080p, and that's a shame because you're spending a lot of money on a phone and still no 4K. It's not cool, Huawei, not cool. Alright, so 4K test of Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. You can see colors are looking really great. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please give this video a thumbs up. Also share it. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.